I look at the AFC now, and I see all this special, and I see Mahomes, and I see Lamar Jackson, and I see Deshaun Watson. Let's just take Brady out of it. He's the dinosaur we can't explain. Okay. I'm just seeing all this special. And then I watch Mason Rudolph, and I'm like, all right, in a year and a half, that's your guy. I don't see it. Like
I feel like he can come in and do what's necessary. You got to think about it. He's a third-round draft choice, so obviously he's not a one. But if you go back and you look at Big Ben, everybody forgets how he started off. Big Ben started off throwing the ball maybe 20 to 21 times, 22 times a game.
Super conservative.
Literally for the first 2 years. He had a run game. Steelers need to get back to running the ball. Take pressure off him having to throw the ball every snap or throw the ball more times than necessary. I think Ben didn't even get 3,000 yards passed until his third year. So if they go to actually running the ball more and getting play action, getting successful with the run game, that'll open up things for him so that he doesn't have that pressure coming at him. He doesn't have to or he can take a little bit more time to do his read progressions and get the ball to a guy, have time to step into the throws. So I'm not saying he can be the next heir apparent, but he can fill in and do what they need to do until they get Ben back. And then I think they need to go out there and find a successor. Get somebody in that first round that is going to be
special.
That new guy. Right.
Yeah, because I think you got to get through Mahomes, Deshaun Watson, Lamar Jackson. These are special players. By the way, there was a story last week. I didn't really buy into it. We didn't talk a great deal about it, that Washington's Dan Snyder wants Mike Tomlin as a head coach. Can you just lay the groundwork today for our audience, James? Are the Steelers happy with Mike Tomlin? Is it time for a shift? Do you think that story has any credibility?
I don't see them being able to get Mike for the simple fact that the Steelers like Tomlin. Tomlin likes the Steelers. It's not it's anything disgruntled going on there. They're just having a tough time of winning games right now. And no one really wants to up and move their family. He's been there for 13 years. The only way you want to up and move is going to advance your career.
Right.
And going to Washington, he'll be going from head coach to head coach. The only way that happens if the Steelers decide, you know what, we want to move on from Mike and go in a different direction, then they may try and deal him for, whatever it is they feel they could get. But as far as him wanting to leave, I don't see that happening.
No, I think you bring up a good point. This is a guy that you don't leave. With my issues with the Steelers and Mason Rudolph, you don't leave a gold standard business for what has been a clown show for a long time.
Yeah,
you just don't.
It's disgruntled over there.
Yeah. I want to go to a couple things. I almost always side with the athlete when it comes to mobility. Kevin Durant going to a team, whether or not I agree with the team, I believe athletes have very short careers and they work incredibly hard. And they get drafted to teams they don't always want to play for, and they get traded to teams they don't always want to go to. So when a player has an opportunity to say, no, I'm not going there, yes, I'm going there. And I'll give you an example. Trent Williams is on the trade block. Washington now acknowledging this 7-time Pro Bowl left tackle. Everybody in the league would be better with Trent Williams on their football team. He's a terrific player.
Definitely.
New England could use him. Cleveland's reportedly interested. If you're Trent Williams and you went from that 9-year mess in Washington where he lost almost twice as many games as he won, and you could go to Belichick or Freddie Kitchens, could a player like Trent get the word out within the league? I don't want to go to Cleveland. Can you do that? Have you ever seen players that are, I'm not going to go there?
Well, Antonio, he said he's not going to go to, Buffalo when they did what they were trying to do. I think at the end of the day, you get some type of communication that, hey, we're looking at trading you here or there. The agent may get to talk to the team that they're saying they want to trade you to. And if you want to pull a power move, you're like, hey, I'm not going there. I'm not playing there. And if you trade me there, I'm not going to play for you guys. So obviously they won't make that trade if that's, what you decide to say or do. Or threaten. Even the threat is enough, I would think. So if I'm in this situation, this is year 9?
What would you do, James?
I am trying to win a Lombardi. year in and year out. And anytime you're at the New England Patriots, you have that opportunity versus going to Cleveland that is just basically jumping from the frying pan to the skillet. It's the same situation, just a different city.
So would you tell your agent, make it known, I'm not going?
Oh, yes, definitely. Unless, hold up now, let's slow it down. Unless they like, hey, we want to pay you like $5 million more than any tackle has ever made. We want to guarantee it for like 4 years.
Okay. So there's a price for everything.
Everything got a price now. Come on.
No, I'm not. Hey, I get it.
Yeah.
No, I'm not. I'm not. I get it. Your career. This guy's career's done in 4 years. Mm-hmm. He's an older guy. Left tackle's a tough position. You're getting banged around. So if Cleveland overpays, you'd consider it. Otherwise,
they would have to extremely overpay.
Okay.
I'm a guy. I've won Super Bowls, so. When I talk to guys that haven't won, I'm like, would you give up, say half of what you made over your career to win a Super Bowl? Oh, no, I wouldn't do that. Well, at the same time, I've won Super Bowls, and I don't know, I guess I got a lot more respect for it, I guess, I would say. But for me, would I give up a Super Bowl for half as much more money that I made in my career? And I wouldn't do it.
Okay, I'm going to throw something at you. It's a curveball.
All right.
According to the Daily News in New York, this is a news story. The Jets are looking to trade Le'Veon Bell. Trade deadline today. Now, remember, Adam Gase reportedly, I remember this, didn't want to pay a running back $14 million. The new GM, Joe Douglas, who came from Philadelphia doesn't pay running backs $15 million. They're like New England, running back by committee, get linemen, pass rushers. Is this crazy? James Conner gets hurt last night. Le'Veon Bell back to Pittsburgh.
Yes.
That's crazy.
Yes.
Why is it crazy?
Because it's a lot of tension and personal grudges there, I think, that some guys may still be holding because of how that situation went down. So I don't see him going back there.
Do you like Le'Veon Bell, the player?
Oh, yeah.
Do you like the guy?
I like the guy, too.
So I like the guy, too.
Yeah.
But for the record, he's been a great teammate in New York. Mm-hmm. They have a terrible O-line. He's averaging 3 yards a carry. He's got, I think, 1 touchdown. He's been a great teammate. Mm-hmm. He hasn't said anything negative. But you think Pittsburgh's done?
I think he would be. I think it's a mutual disconnect there. Especially how guys dealt with him not coming back. And when you look at it, that's a business move for him. He has to make the most for his career. And that's what he chose to do. And guys getting upset and, up and mad that he didn't come back, that he didn't sign the tender, that's sort of personal, because now you're talking about my personal business and my decisions about how I choose to make my career. And some guys, did that because they were under a different understanding, or they thought he may have said something along the lines that he was going to come back or he was going to sign. So with that and those things still lingering, I don't see that being able to come back together. But, that's just my opinion.
Hey, trade deadline in the NFL now. Bad teams get worse. Good teams get better. Le'Veon Bell is out there, and I know the source I have on this, the Jets want to rebuild their O-line, and they moved Leonard Williams, who's going to get expensive yesterday. They'd move Le'Veon Bell today. They want to fix that offensive line because you can't do anything. Darnold sacked 8 times Sunday, and Le'Veon has no space to run. Hi, everybody. Thanks for watching. Subscribe here to get the latest from the show. Also, be sure to check out more of the best clips from The Herd, or go watch a few segments from other shows on FS1.